on CommanderZander. I remember so that a stage critic doesn't have to. And neither should you. As we conclude the month of Halloween with a movie so hair-raising, so horrifying, that it typifies 80s cheesy movies. That's right. Harry gave it away, and if it didn't, then you're obviously one of them. This is Teen Wolf, the story of a man who turns into a wolf. Oh boy, how cheesy can we get? This better be fucking horrifying for what it's worth. Alright, let's conclude the month of Halloween with Teen Wolf. Starting with a lion! Because MGM is responsible for this movie. And no, this is not for monetary purposes, this is strictly for review. Why is the lion sponsoring a wolf movie? Along with Thomas Coleman and Michael Rosenblatt, although I'm not questioning that. Yes, Michael J. Fox is in this movie. You might recognize him, and if you don't, then yeah. Typical freaking intro. Teen Wolf. Geez, you can't get any more bland or generic than this one. I mean, come on. Boom, 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 boom. What the fuck kind of an intro is this? Alright, so after we go through the heartbeat of a fucking wolf, we then discover... Oh, good. Nothing like starting a horrific movie than a basketball game. A high school one. Oh, by the way, for those who don't remember... Yeah... It's the bike stealer, Francis. Or, you might remember him from League of Their Own. The adult version of, you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose. Yeah, he's in this movie too. Kind of plays a decent, significant role, if I do say so myself. So, of course, Michael J. Fox is shooting the free throw. And, of course, he has to jump to shoot it, and he still can't fucking make it. He gets pummeled to the ground. By the way, this is the jock that... Notice how no one is there? This is like the fucking water boy before the water boy. Timeout on the floor due to a slowly but surely recovering player. Gee, thanks for stating the fucking obvious, as if we didn't know. You're pummeling people to the ground. He can't make a fucking free throw even though he has to jump to shoot it up there. And yeah, your center, I presume, is a bike stealer from another movie. Yes, of course they suck.
No, really? You're looking good. Way to go. Nothing to worry about. It's fine.
Nothing to worry about? This team is getting their asses handed to them. This is like the Bad News Bears and Waterboy. But I would make more reference to Bad News Bears since this movie already came out and Waterboy hadn't existed yet because Adam Sandler didn't exist yet.
Problem hot out there, isn't it? Shouldn't have gotten his way, Scotty. It's got him looking good out there, baby.
Okay, this guy I absolutely love. Look at this. Life sucks, then you die. By the way, he's going to be my favorite character in this movie. You'll figure it out. He kind of reminds you of Otter from Animal House. And just like in Bad News Bears, can we forfeit the fucking game because we don't want to deal with any more humiliation and you guys are good enough as it is, so let's just save time. No, damn it! We're fucking Alabama! We're gonna kick your fucking asses and get our backups in there and they're gonna pummel you to the ground! We need to develop, damn it!
No, my players have league scoring records at stake. It wouldn't be fair to them.
Wouldn't be fair to them to have league scoring record? Dude, that's bad sportsmanship. You are so gonna get fired for this. Really? Some coach ran up the score one time to like 100-something to nothing in basketball and got fired. This is bad.
Just thought if we quit now, you could beat the 5 o'clock traffic.
Ah, what traffic? There's nobody in this desolate wasteland.
Give me that. Stop sniffing around in my locker.
Yeah. It's not like I take anything of yours. Oh, wait a minute. I took Pee-wee's bike. I fucking love this guy. Oh yeah, if you're not gonna believe it, Michael J. Fox's role,
Scotty, I know what you're going through. A couple years back, a kid...
he senses some changes in his life. Oh goody, he's finally discovering the magic of puberty. No, he's turning into a werewolf.
A widow, all crippled.
He just doesn't know it yet.
Not giving boys steroids.
Oh yeah, he works at a shop with his daddy, a hardware store if you will. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware wolves! He hears a high-pitched whining which can only come from a dog whistle because, yeah, you as a human can't hear the dog whistle, but a dog can. I have nothing to do in my life. I'm not being watched by my parents. I'm just gonna blow this blowhorn. Yee. Next. We see Mr. Cool Macho Man, although he's not really macho, trying to swaggy for a keg of beer. But the cashier's not having any of it. In fact, he's giving him the old, I'm gonna ignore you and just read this paper because I know you're not old enough to get a keg treatment. And I don't care how much money you pay me, you still ain't getting that keg of beer. So eventually, they get the keg of beer, but you're not gonna believe how he got the keg of beer. Hey, he's gonna try the old-fashioned way. Hey, don't you realize what just happened with Mr. Cool Kid? If he can't persuade what's his neck to get a cake, what makes you think you're going to? Oh, I know how he's gonna do it. Just watch his red eyes. Oh yeah, he looks at the kid and one swift look is all he needs to say. Nope, I'm not telling you anything either. Just get the fuck out of my pub, damn it.
Take a beer, please.
Of course he refuses because...
Give up, will you? Listen, no ID, no goddamn beer. Can't you get that through your thick skull?
Actually, he doesn't... Well, his skull is kind of thick, but watch what he does. He torments him with the... Evil! That's right. His werewolf red eyes convinced the freaking guy to get him a keg of beer. What a... Oh, and another reason why I like this kid, watch what he does on their way to the party. They listen to the Beach Boys, and look what he does. He's fucking surfing on top of a fucking van! Oh my god, I instantly like this guy. I hope nothing bad happens to him. Which obviously won't be the case. So, moving on to the party, which he's running. Oh, for crying out loud, everybody had the same idea? Is his reaction. Jesus, Mary and fucking Joseph, what the fuck kind of a party is this? Good lord! Nothing like a little whipped cream to get your party going. He, of course, is going nuts because he's probably on his, like, 5th beer or something like that. Oh, boy. Whoa! What are you gonna do with Scott? Oh, I see what's going on. They're gonna do the 7 minutes in heaven. Whoa! I'm all in time for this. So yeah, they kind of kiss in the closet. Meanwhile, good lord, these are like insane schemes. So what's the reward for doing all this crazy stuff? Do I get a fucking jawbreaker out of all this? Oh yeah, so they come out of the closet and you think everything's A-okay, all they did was kiss and whatnot until you see her back. Ooh. A little more than expected. Ooh, watch the fucking back. Holy fuck! fucking shit! Man, those are some ravenous claws. She doesn't know he's a werewolf. Amazing, this has nothing to do with it. So eventually,
I was hoping it would pass you by.
what the fuck? They don't look like fucking werewolves. They look like some shitty, crappy Planet of the Apes knockoff. Ugh. And you're telling me the dad's a fucking werewolf too? And he didn't even bother to tell the son. Oh, son, I meant to tell you this. You're a fucking werewolf because I'm a fucking werewolf because my dad was a fucking werewolf and every guy's a fucking werewolf in this family. So where's the wife? What? Wait a minute. Let me guess. The minute he confessed to her after he gave birth to this one, they must have split because you don't see the freaking wife in this one. But seriously, does that look like a fucking werewolf to you? That looks more like a fucking Planet of the Apes knockoff.
Well, Daddy, it didn't pass me by. It landed on my face.
And your arms, and your legs, and your chest. Hey, you also look like a fucking caveman. You could be in the Geico ad. So easy, a caveman could do it. Or a werewolf that looks nothing like a werewolf, but more like a caveman. What the fuck is wrong with you people? This is where today's animation would come in handy. You lacked this in the 80s, and thus this cheesy crap. And oh, by the way, this is not gonna be your horror wolf movie. No, he's not gonna haunt the damn town for all we know. No, these are nice looking werewolves. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
What the hell am I gonna do?
I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna deal with it, says Daddy-O. Learn to use it. Oh, and that's not all. He mentioned a Spider-Man reference. What was it? Oh yeah, with great power comes great responsibility. What powers are you getting with a fucking werewolf? He's a ravenous werewolf. What exactly is he gonna enhance by being a fucking werewolf?
Suckled by a wolf.
Oh, good. Now he's thinking wolf because that's all they're talking about in classes. Great transition. We move on to the next class, which also talks about wolves. And move on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And then he decides to run away because he can't take it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What did his shirt say? What are you looking at, Dick? No. That's it. I fucking love this guy. He's like my favorite character in this movie. And he's fucking Otter, for God's sakes! Or at least Otter's long-lost brother. So, of course, he bolts to the bathroom and turns into, you guessed it, the werewolf. Or at least is trying to resist himself from doing it. This is, of course, the vice principal. No, it's not that vice principal, but believe me, he is, like, bad news all over.
No, sir. I've got my eyes on you.
Of course.
If you ever get out of line.
Exactly what has he done in your life? Okay. There's obviously a plot where he did something and the daddy didn't like him and thus he's trying to take it out on the son now. Clearly this is the path we're going because he has done nothing wrong to this guy, as far as I'm concerned. Or maybe he did something in private and no one knows about it. Maybe he's a top secret werewolf. Saved by the bell! Too soon? Yeah, too soon. His buddy with the cool ass shirt tries to use his powers to his advantage. While his girlfriend is playing a ravenous game of basketball with the daddy.
Hi.
Yeah, hi! Thanks for telling me that you invited her over so she could shoot hoops with you. 'Cause she's my date to the prom, damn it! And you're making a bad impression that way! What a bunch of crap.
Came over for a little one-on-one.
Of course. Yeah, of course she's fucking good. Sign her up for the WNBA. So now we move on to this. And oh, by the way, he still sucks, but wait, kiddies, just wait. He turns into a fucking werewolf. By the way, they took the Oregon State logo. So after they fight for the ball, look what happens. to everyone's shock, he turns into the fucking werewolf. Seriously. He does not look like a fucking werewolf. He looks like Sasquatch's long-lost relative. Or Bigfoot. He looks nothing like a werewolf. Again, I get it. This is 80s movies that we're talking about, and the animation back then was not up to date compared to today's animation. But for crying out loud, this looks nothing like a fucking werewolf. It's Planet of the Apes. It's the caveman. It's not a werewolf. But of course, he uses his werewolf power because apparently he does have werewolf powers to apparently kick some fucking ass in basketball because now he's the best player in the goddamn planet. Oh my god, everyone's shocked. Seriously, no one is running away. Okay, everybody in this movie is a bunch of fucking idiots. Okay. What would be your reaction when you see something as ravenous as a werewolf? A. Scream. B. Run for your fucking lives. C. A and B. Or D. Just stand there with the what the fuck look. If your answer's D, you're clearly in this movie. Because no one's running away from these wolves! So he proceeds to kick ass and become Mr. Popular Figure because, oh, by the way, he's a fucking werewolf. So they changed the beaver to the werewolf. And he has fucking elf ears. Yeah, the minute he turns into a werewolf and he's Mr. Popularity King, and even the mascot's changed to a fucking werewolf. So after that montage that lasts like a good 10 minutes, we see, oh my god. Hell fucking yes! Finally some good shit in this movie. Meanwhile, Mr. Vice Principal, oh by the way, nice convertible. Oh great, he turned into the werewolf in mid-doing it session. And then they go bowling. So, here's what I don't get. She's going out with some other guy, but decides to date the werewolf because the werewolf is popular. Yeah, I'm sure the boyfriend's gonna find this very great. He just so happens to show up at the bowling alley. Yeah, clearly not too thrilled. I would be either. I'd be kicking his fucking ass. Meanwhile, he continues to dominate basketball, now adding a headband to his gear. And oh, by the way, now they're kicking ass. And he's the one that's surfing on top of a van, which conveniently is titled the Wolfmobile. Quick to the Wolfmobile! Oh my god. Could he do this as a fucking human being? Of course not, because he's not a fucking werewolf, but he's a human being.
I loved your mother since we were kids.
So, of course, the daddy thinks he's getting out of hand, so he has to give him that wonderful talk about, with great power comes great responsibility. How cheesy can you fucking get? So, moving on. We see him getting ready to go to the dance as the werewolf. Which, of course, everybody but the damn boyfriend seems to enjoy. Oh, yeah, and she doesn't like it either.
You still want to dance with the wolf?
This guy's not liking any minute of it. So then he turns back to being plain old Nicey McNice guy. But, of course, the idiot douchebag decides to whack him one. That's right. Let the hate flow through you. Turn into the werewolf and let your frustration out on this idiotic jock. Which is exactly what he fucking does. He rips him to shred. Or just rips his shirt kinda off and shows off his masculinity pecs. And then decides to run away because he realizes he's getting out of control. So of course the dad has to come in because the vice principal busts him. And the dad's like, don't even think about it. Been through this crap before, and goddamn, we're not gonna go through this again, now are we? So he then decides, you know what, the fuck with this. Let's stop being the fucking werewolf. Because, clearly, not being the werewolf is going to be better for everyone. So he decides to play the rest of this championship game, because, oh, by the way, they got to the championship game, as a human being. And this is where the comeback starts to take place. With cheesy, corny, 80s heroic music in the background. Okay, that's not coming back. This is not coming back, people! Shouldn't they be, like, coming all the way back? Okay. Just to save us some fucking time. They take 10 fucking minutes just to get to the dramatic climax. Isn't it losing the climax if you're taking so fucking long just to get to the goddamn climax? So of course, what a shock. It comes down to a fucking free throw to win the goddamn fucking game. And you want to take a long guess at what fucking happens? Yeah, insert slow motion drama. No fucking music, mind you. And he's gonna shoot the free throw. It's gonna go up, and it is the dude. I love the jock's reaction. The jock's like, "Oh yeah, I know this is going in. Game over." It's like, come on, how anticlimactic. The kid's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna make it. I won without being the fucking wolf." Insert music, insert heroism, insert being the greatest hero of all time, and oh, by the way, I didn't need to be the fucking wolf to do this crap. Rides off into the sunset, doesn't take the jock's girlfriend, he takes his one true crush. The dad is thrilled, they all live happily ever after, and oh, by the way, this is about as cheesy as you can fucking get. So that's Teen Wolf. A cheesy, total 80s, total horror, although not really horror, movie. So what do I make of this? Okay, I admit, this is actually a pretty decent 80s movie. As cheesy as it is, it gets your attention, it's entertaining throughout, it's got some good moments in it, and as cliched as it is, it's worth your fucking time. So I give it a pass. If you're into this stuff, check out Teen Wolf, because definitely there's nothing better than it. Other than It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. That will never be topped. So that pretty much does it for the Halloween reviews. I'm quite thrilled, kind of. But now that we're into election, don't you think it's time for me to vote on something? Or review something that involves election? Stay tuned! I'm going to review something that's worth your election time. Because quite frankly, this candidate will be better than any other candidate in the real world. I'm the CommanderZander, and I'm off to go vote! God bless America!